Big development now in the Supreme Court, where the top court will be hearing the Nuh Violence case shortly. The matter has now been listed for approximately 2 o'clock. We'll get you the details of the specific prayer as well that calls upon the Supreme Court to be issuing certain directions in relation to the violence that has taken place in different parts of Haryana, and that matter will now be heard in court at approximately 2 p.m., which is any time now. We recently heard the steps being taken on the part of the Haryana government in this matter as well, when Mr. P.K. Agarwal, the Haryana DGP, held a press conference. He also spoke separately to Times Now, praising the press of the steps that have been taken, both preventive as well as steps by way of arrests of people responsible for the violence in Nuh. He also spoke about FIRs being lodged, as well as the prohibitory orders that have been in place in different parts of the state. He's also spoken of cooperation on the part of the centre in terms of the deployment of more than 20 paramilitary units in different parts of Haryana, which have now been deployed in areas such as Faridabad. A predominant number of them will be in Nuh and in other parts of the state as well. Let me go across to my colleague Harish, our legal affairs editor, who will get us some more details about what's going to happen in court in a short while from now. Harish, do tell us about the specific prayer that has been filed in the Supreme Court in relation to the Nuh violence.
Yes, Siddharth, very shortly at 2 p.m. The special bench has been constituted to hear the Nuh matter. A petition has been filed on an urgent basis, seeking stay on the protest being planned by the Bajrang Dal and the Vishwa Hindu Parishad in 27 locations across Delhi NCR. The prayer is that given the fact that situation in Nuh and Gurgaon continues to be extremely tense, and even the slightest provocation could result in serious loss of life and damage to property, rallies that are likely to fan communal fires and incite people to resort to violence ought not to be permitted. So very shortly the hearing will commence, and we'll have to wait and watch what kind of order the Supreme Court passes. Back to you.
Yes, Harish. In fact, can you also tell us about the details of the petitioners in this particular matter who are seeking these directions, Harish? We'll get back in touch with Harish in a short while from now. Those hearings will commence any moment now in the Supreme Court. Now, in all, 116 people have been arrested, 90 people have been detained, and 41 FIRs have been filed specifically in connection with the violence that has taken place in Nuh over the last couple of days. 8 have been arrested and 15 FIRs have been filed separately in relation to what's been happening in Gurugram and the violence that has taken place there. The state government has formed multiple teams of SITs who will now be investigating the violence. The police have also assured of strict action as it takes every step to restore peace in the state of Haryana. Those involved in the violence are being identified via videos as well as CCTV footages that are now being collated. The police have also appealed to people to stay away from rumours that are currently being circulated on the social media, and also use the helpline number 112 whenever required.